Чатик, вітаю усіх. Продовжуємо сьогодні проходити Кам'яні серця. Перше доповнення до третього Відьмака, і я планую його сьогодні закінчити. Мені там трошки заспойлерили, що у мене начебто останні квести там залишились. От, якщо ми це швиденько зробимо, то щоб не починати кров і вино сьогодні, ми його почнемо завтра, а сьогодні після цього тоді пограємо в Хардстоун. Але це якщо і правда у нас останні квести. Привіт, бородатий, привіт, Лотоп. Так.
Save me. I'm dying. Poverty.
Так, на що нам так? Нам треба до Шані сходити, а потім зустрітися з Вольгардом. Всі його бажання ми виконали. Ну так виглядає, наче дійсно цей фінал. Що там вбити його і все, і кінець.
Shani?
Oh, Geralt. Good thing you're here.
What happened? Somebody break in?
This? No. Just getting ready to move.
What? When? Where to?
Not what I wanted to talk to you about. Or at least not only, but... I'm leaving, Geralt. The Eastern Front beckons. I'm Kedwin bound.
Never mentioned you'd be moving. Any intention to either.
I didn't know I would be. Found out this morning.
Навпаки, хотіла, щоб я залишився
Two
і
soldiers came to my
сама
door,
їде.
said Redania needs me again.
Couldn't turn him down? Just say no?
Perhaps I could have. But I didn't want to. Treating the ill and wounded, it's my calling. No place I'm needed more than at the front.
I understand. Any chance we'll see each other again?
Someday, I'm sure.
So, learn anything about Olgierd?
Well, I abandoned the books quickly. Decided that if I was going to learn the truth, I'd need to find someone who knows it.
Find anyone?
Turned out I didn't need to look far. A colleague at the academy, an assistant to Professor Permathine Shakeslock, claims Olgierd von Everett met with the professor multiple times. Apparently, Olgierd asked the professor to do some research. Professor got so worked up doing it, he went daffy. Started jealously guarding his notes. Wouldn't even let his assistant look at them.
Треба буде йти дивитися, що він там досліджує, напевно.
Here in Oxenfurt, cloistered inside his house on academy grounds. Mage hunters guard his door.
Mage hunters at the door. He under house arrest?
I can't say, really. Some of the faculty think him a traitor. Say he sold out to the hunters for a hefty pouch of gold. The assistant, on the other hand, insists the professor wants him there to protect him. I don't know what from.
What's your guess?
He's certainly useful to them. A specialist in black magic and the occult. Must be a trove of knowledge. If
Хоча
he's
по
really gone
логіці
off
вони
his
його
nut,
першого
I
мають
wouldn't be
спалити.
surprised to see them using him.
Need to talk to this professor.
We'll go together. Redanian guards all over the academy. Doubt you'll get in alone.
Guards have never stopped me. You know that.
Wound these, and I'll have to patch them up. Besides, we might run into a friend. Get inside free and easy.
Я так розумію,
So
що
how are things at the academy these days?
You mean since
вона не
Radvik shut it
обов'язкова,
down?
але тут будуть якісь підказки,
Might be all it is.
хто такий цей.
Many of the faculty fled to the far north.
Юнтер.
The braver ones stayed, but assumed the guises of tailors and laundresses. Why?
Just curious. Scholars seem to have adopted mage tactics. They in the same bind?
To Radovid, There's little difference between the two,
Seems to tolerate you well enough.
because he needs me. For now.
So the Eastern Front, and then?
Depends where they send me.
Wherever it is, take care of yourself.
Always do. So don't worry.
Я, до речі, не пам'ятаю, я хоч раз був у академії.
Halt! By order of King Radovid, no one's allowed inside the academy.
Not even lecturers?
No one means no one.
See, you've become quite the stickler, Norbert. You were much kinder when I was patching you up. By the way, how's your knee?
Fine. Dandy. As if no arrow ever struck it.
Consider yourself a lucky man. Because if I'd not decided to operate, you'd be a cripple to the end of your days.
Bruno,
Hey?
maybe we ought to let her in. She's a decent lass. Not like to steal nothing.
All right. But alone, which will draw too much attention. I'd rather not get shite from the captain on his account.
А ми
Here's what
гроші
we'll do.
йому
I'll go
зав'яжемо.
in, then help you sneak in around the back.
How?
Don't know, but I'll figure something out. Usually aren't nearly as many guards on the riverside.
Agreed.
All right, let me in.
Що ж, пішли обійдемо. Ну, взагалі так-то. Якби тут все нормально працювало, я б зараз через цей дах заліз, як на справжній відьмак школи паркуру. Але він за нього тупо не зачепиться. Ти вийти не хочеш? Ну, що у тебе не виходить? Ні, це приколи якісь. От що не виходить? Що він не може тут вилізти? О. Що, топці? Ну, діставай меча. Щось я запізно юзнув клан.
Geralt! Psst! Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Grab the line!
Where'd you get the rope?
Long story, but we've done well. Professor Shakelock's house is at the end of this street. Witch hunters guard the door. Doubt I'll be able to sweet-talk them.
Been a huge help already,
Ой,
Shani.
зараз я їх
Thanks.
переконаю.
It was nothing. Really. You'd have done the same for me. If you wish to see me again before I go, I'll be at home. Packing will take some time yet.
All right. Be seeing you. Giving me no choice.
Здоров, хлопці.
Get it from both sides! Yeah! Killed him!
Ого. Мені ще щось я не пам'ятаю, щоб вони такое таке робили. Ой. Так. Де двері? Ага, це двері.
Locked tight. Need another way in. You leave a window open, maybe?
Можливо, він не зачинив вікно. Як на мене, це все вікно. Але схоже, що зачинив. Па. Здається, я перестарався.
Franco, is that you? Leave the bedpan in the usual spot. And take the platter. I shan't be eating today.
Professor Shakeslock?
Who the blazes? How'd you get in? Get out. I know nothing. Don't wish to know anything. Understand? No, no, no. Out!
Not gonna hurt you.
That demon sent you. I'm sure of it.
What demon?
Feigned ignorance. Please. You know. Gaunter O'Dim. Evil
Opa.
incarnate.
He didn't send me, but he is why I'm here. I'm a witcher.
A mutant. Yeah. Could be.
Why are there guards outside your door? You a prisoner?
Protective custody. That's the phrase. Protective. When I cannot decide my own fate, cannot breathe without their permission.
What do they want from you?
You may not be aware, but I'm one of the foremost experts on the occult. Living experts, that is. My mentor was the outstanding Professor Lionel Van...
And you're cooperating with the witch hunters now?
Cooperating? As if I had a choice. They're ignorant, but not enough to ignore what I know about magic, witches, sorceresses, what have you. Knowledge they use for barbaric ends. But that's beyond my control.
Came here because I need information. Think you
Да,
might be
скажи
the
мені,
only
хто
man who
такий
has it.
Одім.
A witcher. Then it follows I needn't fear. I'm hardly a post-conjunction creature.
What did Olgierd von Everec want from you?
I curse the day I first set eyes upon the man. He appeared at my doorstep one day, offering a sack of gold were I only to find out who Gaunter O'Dim is and how to get rid of him. I agreed. Such matters are my speciality. And I needed the coin. I pored over countless tomes, delved into obscure incidents and analysed folk legends. I went so far as to travel to Nilfgaard, the library there, where at last I hit upon the mysterious entity's trail. There are records of encounters dating back thousands of years in many cultures, under many names, but always as evil incarnate. In this land we call him Gaunter O'Dim, at times Master Mirror, or the Man of Glass. In deciphering the ancient scrawlings, I went blind. Yet I learned a great deal. For example, that he plays with his victims and thrives on pacts above all else. Seemingly harmless contracts which drive their parties to madness.
What's with the surroundings? These runes, what do they mean?
They protect me. Here, evil cannot touch me.
How do you know?
He told me himself. Paid me a visit once. Fascinating meeting that was. I was blind already, but saw him clearly. He smiled at me, said he was honoured I'd taken such an interest in him. He wished to thank me and explained he'd taken a similar interest in me. He drew the circle and said I'd be safe within it. His way of repaying me.
За що
Ever
віддячив?
tried to leave it?
If you'd heard how he said it, you'd be as certain as I am what leaving would bring.
Know anything else about the man?
Gaunter O'Dim is no man. He is evil. Evil which assumes various forms. Forget about him.
Ну, коротше, він точно не джин, він якийсь демон.
Yet I live in constant fear, born of what I've learned about him.
Olgierd
Wait,
signed these
Alan.
pacts with him.
Brilliant deduction. Have you guessed why? You must know that he came from a wealthy, influential line. He must have, if the family of his betrothed accepted him. Yet did you know his fortune soured? He himself became an outcast, impoverished. Iris's family, a powerful house, could not accept this, would not marry their daughter to a nobody. Olgierd wished to elope. The further away, the better. Yet Iris refused to cut her family ties.
Quite the predicament.
Indeed. Their luck turned yet darker when a wandering witch mentioned a solution. A man who would grant any wish. His name, Master Mirror. The rest follows naturally. Olgierd and O'Dim, a meeting at a crossroads, a wish, a pact signed in blood, and a price to be paid. Olgierd was to sacrifice one he loved. O'Dim delights in difficult choices. He knew Olgierd loved two in this world, his betrothed and his
А ось, до речі, на що натякав Одім Вітольду, чи як там
thereafter
його.
married his beloved Iris, his fortune restored.
So did Olgierd kill his own brother?
No. Deduce, Witcher. O'Dim acts directly or indirectly. Olgierd merely signed the blood letter. The next day, his brother was dead.
Olgierd tell you all that?
He had to. How else was I to diagnose his case?
Make it sound like an illness.
It is worse. Many illnesses are treatable, but play with evil, medicine can be much harder to find.
Why was Olgierd out to get rid of O'Dim? He'd gotten what he wanted.
Had he? His heart had turned cold as ice. His feelings for his wife, for whom he'd sacrificed his brother, had withered. He'd lost all he loved. Had he wanted any of this? No. O'Dim grants what you wish. Not.
Так, ну коротше, ми зрозуміли, що Одім якийсь демон. Ми зрозуміли, у чому була ключалась угода між цими
No way
двома.
to get rid of him?
Kill him, you mean? Kill evil? No. Yet the annals tell of a man who dissolved his
Переклад тупо
pact
взагалі ні про
by
що,
defeating
чого.
O'Dim at his own game.
Meaning?
O'Dim wields contracts, word traps, duels of wits. Challenge him to such a duel. He'll agree, and can be beaten. But remember, there is only ever one stake. The sole thing he truly desires. Human souls.
50% інфи, котру цей дід каже, навіть не переклали.
O'Dim left a mark on my face. Any way to get it off?
A mark? No mention in the tomes. Strange. Unless it will disappear once your pact is fulfilled.
If I challenge him, end the pact that way, will it go away?
That I do not know. The one man who succeeded bore no mark.
Thanks. Helped me a lot.
Good. Very good. Oh, to feel useful after so many years locked up, living in fear. Why, it's pleasance itself.
Опа. Вийшов з кола одразу же. Ну, отже, виходить, не збрехав Одім. маг школи паркуру. Так, де у нас найближча? До речі, я тут помітив, ластівка автоматом поповнюється, але як? Бо бомби, коли я їх використовував, довелося перекрафчувати.
Redania.
Ти на приколі? Сука, в 3 березах заблукала.
Come on, Roach. Run, Roach.
Я кудись не туди приїхав, чи що? Ясно, тут GPS просто погано працює. Так, а ми тут колись теж по квесту були, я тільки не пам'ятаю по якому.
Strange choice of locale. Guessing there's a reason for it.
Wasn't me who chose it.
I assumed so. But since we're here, I believe you have something for me.
Fulfilled the third wish.
How do I know this to be the rose? Very well might have picked this up at the Oxenfurt market an hour ago.
Look closely at it. Got it from Iris. It was the last thing that bound her to this world.
What?
Decided she'd treat you like you once treated her. The rose is a symbol of your parting, and a punishment.
I suppose I deserve that. Iris, what a mess we made of it all. If I'd only known then
А
how it would
що ж
end.
ми з тобою накоїли? Чого ми?
What's happening?
I feel as though
Якщо це все ти зробив.
a hot iron's pierced my chest.
Sorry to have kept you waiting.
Красиво.
Glad to see everyone's pleased. How do you feel, Von Emmerich? A little less troubled? Lighter in the heart?
Odim, what do you want?
What do you mean, what? Your soul.
You forget. The pact states you can take it only once you've fulfilled 3 wishes
And we stand together on the moon. Well, what do you know?
Опа, нежданчик.
No. We had a pact. The moon is there. There! Not here.
I gave you what you wished for. Here, on the moon, our contract you fulfilled.
Awesome. You cheated me.
I never cheat.
Ну, а це типу те, про що казав професор.
It is done.
Oh!
Soul belongs to me.
Що на пам'ять віддасть.
At last, it's over. We must meet again one day. Business with you is pure pleasure.
Gonna remove the brand?
Ah, right away. Done. Now, tell me what reward you've chosen.
Так, пам'ятаю. Так, я пам'ятаю, що з цим челом краще взагалі справ не
I am
мати.
capable of a great deal.
Never been more sure. Goodbye, Odim.
Він 100% за винагороду якусь хуєту зробить. А, навіть настільки швидко ми закінчили. Ну, типу, скільки, блядь? Півгодини пройшло. Ну, якщо так, то можна почати, напевно, кров і вино. Там то диявол дістав. Ну, я, типу, бачив десь такі історії ще з такими от приколами. Це ми таке, коротше, у дитинстві угорали. Є така приказка, типу, я там щось зроблю, коли рак на горі свисне. А у нас був друг з прізвиськом Рак. Сам розумієш, що ми робили. Так, напевно, давайте все ж таки почнемо кров і вино. Якщо цікаво, може завантажитися і допомогти Ольгерду. Ну, давай. А гру збережено, куди я завантажусь? типу, заново все проходити, то в мене сильно бажання немає. А хоча ні, погодь. Ось, я ж якраз засейвився перед цим. Добренько. Добре, що воно квіксейви не в один слот сейвить. Як у деяких іграх. Це ж типу на фінал ніяк не вплине, да?
Strange choice of locale. Guessing there's a reason for it.
Wasn't me who chose it.
Фінал доповнений
I
тільки.
assume so.
Ну, подивимось, в принципі, байдуже, ну, на
Well,
кров та
since we-
вино, я думаю, що цей фінал
I
теж не
believe you have
впливає
something for
особливо.
me.
Fulfilled the third wish.
How do I know this to be the rose? Very well might have picked this up at the Oxenfurt market an hour ago.
Look closely at it. Got it from Iris. It was the last thing that bound her to this world.
Ладно, давайте
What?
подивимось цю фіналку і почнемо кров та вино, бо хочеться закінчити цього відьмака.
Decided she'd treat you like you once treated her. The rose is a
Почати
symbol
грати
of
в
your
якісь
parting
інші ігри.
and a punishment.
I suppose I deserve that. Iris. What a mess we made of it all. If I'd only known then how it would end. What's happening? I feel as though...
Так, ладно, ми це все
So
бачили.
glad to. How do you feel?
Нам треба до моменту вибору.
You forget.
And we.
Десь тут.
Well, what do you know?
Wait.
Do not interfere, Witcher. Remember what I did to the last fool who interrupted me.
You grant wishes, right? Grant mine and release him.
He must repay his debt.
Let him go, and I'll take it on. We'll call it mine.
You wish to give your soul for his?
No, but we can play for them. I lose, you take mine and Olgierd's. But if I win,
А грати ми
you
будемо
release
у
us both.
Гвинт, да?
What do you propose we play? Gwent?
Don't know. Maybe we can bet on a challenge.
Я
You
би
know
в
I'm
Гвинт
good at
зіграв.
accomplishing the impossible. Seen me do it.
Але у нього там, скоріш за все, буде нереально імбалансна колода.
But we shall do this my way.
І що?
What's happening?
You wish to play, so let us play. I shall tell you a riddle. Solve it, and both you and Olgierd will be free.
And if I don't?
Then we'll all three go for a wild ride. It's what you proposed, is it not?
The riddle. Let me hear it.
To all things and men I appertain, and yet by some am shunned and disdained. Fondle me and ogle me till you're insane, but no blow can harm me, cause me pain. Children delight in me, elders take fright, fair maids rejoice and spin. Cry and I weep, yawn and I sleep, smile and I shall grin.
What was that supposed to be?
You tell me, what am I?
Ахеть, я це відгадати маю? Я маю відгадати, чи він сам відгадає? Ну ладно.
You're going down.
We shall see, my friend. You must find me before the sand in the hourglass runs out. Ready? Let's begin.
Розв'яжіть загадку пане дзеркало. Як? Привіт, Лайтнінг, дякую.
What is this place?
You like it? Plenty more where it came from.
Я взагалі
Just
забув.
remember, you must find me before time.
Я взагалі
runs
забув, про
out.
що загадка була. Треба було записувати. О. Все це є. Як на карті Гюнтер один темрява.
Deal.
My world, my rules.
Наліво, направо. А що я тут маю вгадувати? Я щось нічого не розумію.
Shawnee, hang on, I'm coming.
I can't believe you fell for that.
Так, тут я маю перестрибнути.
Oh, awful. You're doing terribly. Remember,
Кепсько у мене виходить.
give up. As
Я
I
взагалі не розумію, що робити.
never find me.
Ці демони сильні якісь. До речі, такий, напевно, теж має бути картою, так? У мене такого нема. А,
Family tune. To all I appertain, by some am shunned and disdained. Could be family, I guess. Wouldn't match much else in the riddle, though. Repeat the riddle.
To all things and men I appertain. And yet by
все, до
some
мене
am
дійшло.
shunned
Я
and
оці всі
disdained.
штуки мав передивлятися.
Fondle and ogle me till you're insane, but no blow can harm me, cause me pain. Children delight in me, elders take fright, fair maids rejoice and spin. Cry and I weep, yawn and I sleep, smile and I too shall grin.
У мене є час це все позбирати.
Really, Geralt? Unable to resist a few shiny coins? I truly expected more of you. Especially since time is short.
Не сподіваюсь, що встигну. Нащо я це роблю? Хто мені розкаже? Ладно. Так, мені треба повертатися назад, шукати ліхтарики і дивитись, що там за підказки були. Бо до мене не відразу дійшло, що тут взагалі треба робити.
Children delight in me, elders take fright. Fair maids rejoice and spin. Children and young folk like swings. Could be scary to old folk too. Doesn't fit the other verses though. To all things and men I appertain, and
Так.
yet by some am shunned and disdained.
Де міст, через який я стрімав?
But no blow can harm me, cause me pain. What could that be? Well, how long you gonna make me wait?
Так, там щось є. Не маю сюди побігти. Ну, типу, ви...
Show me what you got.
Ух ти. Так, треба, коротше, не ніжу жерти, а щоб мені пошкодження дали критичні і фул хп було.
What is it about swords that turns men into utter fools when they see one for the taking? Through howling winds, pouring rain, with their life hanging by a thread. Which reminds me, time is running out.
Та знаю я, якби я з самого початку додумався. Я тепер не знаю, де старі ці шукати. Вогники. Тут ще щось є. Ось щось.
Cry and I weep, yawn and I sleep, smile and I too shall grin. Something that repeats all I do? Maybe an echo? Echo.
No dice. You can't possibly ogle an echo. Game over.
Game over. Ну, зараз все буде. Ми зрозуміли принцип. Це головне. Так. Поїхали. Де там вихід?
What is this place?
You like it? Plenty more where it came from. Just
Все, що
remember,
підсвічено,
you
треба
must find me
чекати.
before time runs out.
From the saddle. Monsters weren't part of the deal.
My world.
Cry and I
А, це я повернувся на початок якимось чином.
smile and I too shall grin. Something that repeats all I do? Maybe an echo? Echo.
No dice. You can't possibly ogle an echo.
Children delight in me, elders take fright. Fair maids rejoice and spin, cry and I weep, yawn and I sleep,
Так.
smile and I too shall grin. Damn it, what are you?
Ось тут наверху щось підсвічено. А, це Шані.
Shani, hang on, I'm coming.
I can't believe you fell for that.
Так, тут нічого немає. Вон ще підсвічено. Це печера з золотом. Так, хай скаже, що я повівся на
Really,
золото.
Geralt? Unable to resist a few shiny coins?
Воно
I
погасне, ми
truly
підемо
expected
далі
more.
шукати.
Especially since time is short.
Так, гойдалка. Привіт, Джумі.
Children delight in me, elders take fright. Fair maids rejoice and spin. Children and young folk like swings. Could be scary to old folk too. Doesn't fit the other verses though. To all things
Там
that
5 чи
man I
6 рядків,
appertain,
тобто мені треба
led by
знайти
some
5 чи 6
shunned
таких
and
підказок.
disdained. Fondle and ogle me till you're insane.
Oh,
No blow can
awful.
harm me, cause me
You're
pain.
doing
What
terribly.
could that be?
Remember, always. As I see it, you will never find me.
О, ваншотнув, пощастило.
A family tomb. To all I appertain, by some am shunned and disdained. Could be family, I guess. Wouldn't match much else in the riddle, though.
Repeat the riddle.
To all things and men I appertain, and yet by some am shunned and disdained. Fondle and ogle me till you're insane, but no blow can harm me, cause me pain. Children delight in me, elders take fright. Fair maids rejoice and
Не сумніваюся, що тут треба по сундукам шаритись.
Mirror. So this is where you're hiding.
Come now. You didn't expect it to be that easy, did you? Point for me.
Вони оце їх взриває, мене ж передьоргує.
Care to wager on it?
Але тепер я готовий. Так, сюди нагору.
Point for me.
Gotta be some mirror here you won't shatter.
Курва. А, вон ще дзеркало.
So you say, yet I wait and wait and nothing.
І куди? Може тут можна в якийсь інший бік побігти? Та ні. Ой, і тут на карті нічого взагалі немає ідей, куди мені бігти. І час спливає. Нащо я тебе, Віталя, послухався і почав все проходити? Я ж дуже гарний варіант вибрав. І на Ольгарда мені того насрать насправді.
Game over.
Я просто запропонував. Ну ти ж знав, що там буде? Я думав, там текстовий діалог якийсь, типу, інший, щось розкажуть цікаве. А не оце все.
What is this place?
You like it? Plenty more where it came from. Just remember, you must find me before time runs out.
Щоб тут почитати, треба його бути. А, треба перезавантажуватись, чи що?
Monsters weren't part of the deal. Cry and I weep. Eka.
No doubt.
Економим.
Children delight in me. Elders take fright.
Економимо таймер, скіпаючи діалоги.
I weep. Yawn and I sleep. Smile and I too shall grin. Damn it, what are you?
Де?
What is it about swords
До
that
речі, меч
turns
це
men into
гарно.
utter fools when they
Я
see one
забув
for
його
the taking?
минулого траю забрати.
Through howling winds, pouring rain, with their life hanging by a thread. Which reminds me, time is running out. Oh, awful. You're doing terribly. You can always give up. As I see it, you will never find me. Never.
Ми тут спідранимо, бо вже знаємо.
So this is where you're hiding.
Come now. You didn't expect it to be that easy, did you?
Так, а от тут треба думати, де я не був.
Point for me.
Дивитись уважно.
Care to wager on it?
I'll still get you.
So you say, yet I wait and wait and nothing.
Gotta be some mirror here you won't shatter.
Seek and ye shall.
Wonder how you'll shatter a sheet of water.
Це типу ще якийсь прикол, що можна тільки прямо бігти, бо у тебе за спиною стіна замість проходу, з якого ти вийшов. Я напевно, що десь тут ще мав щось знайти. Ось там якось можна потрапити, ще піднятися нагору. Ось там мені драбина треба. Питання тільки, як туди потрапити. Саме цікаве попав. Рекомендую спочатку вирішити загадку. Я вже її не пам'ятаю, ту загадку.
was water here once. Maybe there's a way to bring it back.
Типу, це очевидно, що вода це дзеркало, яке не може розбитися.
Rushing water behind this wall. Break down the wall and the water will rush through here. Gotcha.
Ти ж нічого собі. З підказками усі, може, з якими? Хто мені де підказав, що, типу, це вода?
So, any better?
Yeah, thanks. Wine's revived me a bit.
This plonk could revive a corpse. An exquisitely rank vintage. You know what, though? It's good at last to taste something real. So, have at it. Tell me what the blazes just happened. Your brand's gone. Guessing that's a good sign?
Master Mirror. The details don't
На
matter.
початку ти хотів запиздячити Ольгарда, так я його і запиздячив.
I thank you.
Це Віталя запропонував мені інший варіант спробувати.
Mirror took everything. Everything I loved. All I held dear.
Not true. Got your heart back.
A bitter victory. Now at last I sense how much I've lost. I've a heart again. Yet all it feels is grief, sadness, and defeat. My life is a ruin.
You've handled tougher situations. You'll figure this one out. Got a company of faithful comrades waiting. Got a home, your fortune.
No. I cannot live as I did before.
So what'll you do?
I don't know. But one thing's clear. It's time I took fate into my own hands. Lived life anew. And truly, this time.
Sounds like a plan.
I'll never forget what you did for me, Witcher. I have something for you.
Can't accept
Пальний
this.
меч
You
гадюки
can.
чи що?
And must. This saber's been in my family for generations. Even when I'd lost all else, it remained at my
Плюс
side.
нагорода краще, як на мене.
Means
Це
a
типу
great deal
байдуже на нагороду.
All the more reason why I can't take it.
Do me the honor. This'll mark the start of my new life. And such a weapon could be right useful to you.
Thank you.
Ow!
Sorry.
Іріс.
You needn't be.
Подивимось зараз,
I
що за
thank
меч.
you again, Geralt. And good luck on the path.
Good luck to you too.
Так, ну. Ну, ще година. Чи півгодини, точніше. Ну, те, що це цікавіше, це так. Просто, типу, злити Ольгарда занадто легко було. Певна нагорода у демона, якщо основну кінцівку не закінчить. Ну це ось я розумію, чому типу Віталя пропонував закінчити спочатку. З лопатою хотів спробувати побігати. Зуває шорт, редактивний та пропонує нагороду, можна спитати, як шукати сіру. Ти ми ж її і так знайшли без нього. Цікаво, звідси можна стрибнути? Там же ж вода. Я ж відьмак школи паркуру. А, ні, не можна. Ладно. Далекувато. А там, типу, вона на цьому острові, туди навіть Гюнтер не може потрапити. Це прикольно. Ну, типу, не може, а ну. Не може дізнатися, що вона там. Чи не може? Кров та вино вже next time. Та типу, я думаю, годину пограли. Просто, ну, можна почати кров і вино зараз, якщо вона по довжині така сама, як і кам'яні серця. Типу, якщо я почну її сьогодні, то в середу я її закінчу. Скоріш за все. Ну, добре, давайте почнемо тоді зараз. Якщо я в середу її закінчу, то буде ідеально. Там питань дохуя на новій локації. Блять, Варлорд, я навіть побочні квести не буду робити. Я тут знаки питання не робив, буду я їх там робити. Мені, блядь, 90 годин Відьмака отак уже вистачило з головою. Гра цікава, але, блядь, у мене перенасичення. Я типу ще у Велені, у Новіграді всі побочки поробив. А на Скелігі вже забив, бо там вже 60 годин було, мене вже трошки нудити від цього Відьмака починало.
This be the witchmen, freak of nature.
Geralt of Rivia.
Ha! Sit with us, Witcher.
Found your message on a notice board.
You see,
Всі карти для гвинту знайти, але я не всі знайшов. Оце єдине що може після того, як пройдемо кров та вино,
Milton to
може що,
Payrac,
типу,
Payran,
карти ще
Palmer and
пошукаємо,
Delightful.
де їх
Good
знайти.
to see you both. Been years.
Be assured, we share your joy. You must forgive us our surroundings. When we pledged to place the village under our protection, the village elder gave us this hut as our lodgings. He swore it is the best hut in the village.
Get involved in some squabble?
We discovered that in retreating, the Redanian garrison had left this land still is at the mercy of numerous plagues. A tyranny of bandits the most onerous among them. These plunderers shall soon descend on this village to collect tribute. Milton and I will dissuade them.
We are both sworn to fight injustice and oppression wherever they rear their heads. The matter does not concern you, of course, but do us the kindness of waiting. Once we have dealt with these marauders, we have a matter we must present to you.
So, plan to go out and meet the bandits when they
Шпигуна
arrive?
за 0
Fight
знайшов,
them?
так.
Parmeran wishes first to appeal to their sense of decency. But I expect they will be deaf to this.
Yeah, completely.
We must afford them a chance to stand down. Many a hardened outlaw has left the path of wrongdoing upon hearing words of admonition.
Doesn't happen in these lands. Ever.
If they do not heed my reprimand, we at least will know we have done all within our means to evade bloodshed.
Fine. Naturally, I'll help when Palmerin's rhetoric falls on deaf ears.
Excellent. Then we've but to wait for the rogues to arrive.
Сама ОП карта у грі це випалення, якщо правильно його
Let us
юзати.
go out to greet them.
Hark! Contemptible curs!
He mean us?
I, Palmerin de Launfal, call upon you to repent. Set your hearts. Do you not see that they are blackened?
Regular punch and duty here.
To prey upon commoners is no honor. To loot their meager stores, abandon the path of shame, and we will spare you.
Сенсах на совєті навалявся на паси. Тим трьом братам, да, штахету і переїбашу всіх трьох.
jest, that. Had us a laugh. Now, fuck off or we lose our patience and you lose something else.
Nay, wait, Zorg. These lads are a lark. Mayhaps they know some tricks.
Oi, players! Can you toss balls all loopity like? Or do that thing where one spits fire while the other farts?
Noble Palmerin's giving you a chance. Now I'm gonna give you some advice. Do what he says.
Or what?
Or you'll find yourself fighting knights errant in the pay of the Duchess of Toussaint. And they eat scum like you with their morning porridge.
There's 3 of them. 2 turtled up in armor. We'll come back later.
Some wench sent them. Folk will say we's afeard of wenches and jesters.
Ooh, insulted the Duchess. Not good.
Indeed, we cannot let the affront go unpunished. I swear upon the heron you will pay with your own blood. By the crane,
Я це оцей,
ready your arms.
типу, ведмедь з кущів.
Instead of blabbing your god, fight!
Hold the Duchess!
Що ти стоїш, відпочиваєш? Ой. Цей сам, блядь, від старості помер. У того він його колить, у нього голова відлітає. Якийсь прикол почався. Я так розумію, що у мене там стоїть цей трофейне розчленування. Ну, там ще когось знайшли. Де самі вони будуть довго впоруватись.
Why do they not emerge? It is over. We have banished the scoundrels, lifted oppression's yoke from their lives.
Warned you it'd be like this. Fear you as much as they did the bandits now. Sorry, no fanfares and flowers. You're not in Toussaint.
It is true what folk claim. In the north, no noble deed goes unthwarted. It is time to go home.
And we shall, my friend. Come, Geralt. It's time we delivered our message.
Цікаво, йому стріла у плечі не заважає.
So fess up. What brings you such a long way?
We are to deliver Her Grace the Duchess's message in full, with all due ceremony. For tradition
Is sacred in Toussaint. All right, fine.
Most honorable Geralt, slayer of monsters and all evils nefarious, which prey on the defenseless of this world. Whereas never have you been known to deny help to the innocent, nor leave widows and orphans to fates undeserved. Answer you now our present summons. Free us from the beast which floods our streets with blood, and sows panic in the hearts of rich and poor alike. Come to our aid, Witcher. Thus humbly beseeches you the Star-Crossed City's most gracious protectress, Her illustrious Highness, Duchess Anna Henrietta.
Shall you answer her call?
Might be the most fervent request that I take a contract ever. And the most polite. And now we've got all that behind us. I want to hear more about this beast. Some kind of monster? Just guessing.
Most assuredly, though no one has caught a good look at it as yet. Our only sure witnesses, the bodies massacred in a brutal, horrid manner.
Look, some sketches drafted from descriptions given by those who claim they glimpsed the beast. Each quite different. To my mind, these witnesses lie.
How many victims so far?
2. When Her Grace learnt of the second, she discharged us immediately to fetch you, promising grants of land and fortunes in gold, should you answer her summons.
An ill wind blows, Geralt. The beast cannot be tracked. Folks say it wields black magic. Also, both victims were nobly born, and the start of a tourney draws near.
I sometimes think back to all the contracts I've ever taken from sovereigns. Can't name hardly any where I came out ahead.
You cannot be thinking to refuse.
No. Just struck by a thought. How the Duchess can sometimes be... demanding.
So you accept the contract. Excellent!
We must set off at once. We long wanted this land searching
Там
for you.
якийсь вампір,
Its time is
напевно.
of the essence.
Ready to go, soon as you're packed.
Then post haste to Toussaint.
To Toussaint!
Чи там взагалі ОПГ з монстрів? Якщо вони усіх різних бачили. Коротше, або щось, що може перетворюватись у... ну, типу, як заманеться, або декілька монстрів. Ну, це сьогодні так-то поприємніше. Травичка зелена, сонечко світить.
Toussaint, the land of love and wine.
Exactly how I remembered it.
You will find Beauclair's
Welcome
changed
to
some
Disney
these
World.
last years.
Walk about when you have the chance. You will see for yourself.
To me, place always seemed straight out of a fairy tale. Knights errant, elven palaces.
You insinuate that we are somehow odd? I shall prove you wrong. This I pledge on the Heron.
Що за цапля? Опа. Це часом не Дон Кіхот? Бачите, син хочу випити вина. Блять, вівці, може ви не будете заважати?
I'd kill a monster.
Циклопс.
Big beast. Tackling it single-handed? None too wise.
Neither is love born of wisdom, Witcher. So, Guillaume,
Ну, скоріш
after
павлінячі, а не
which
петушині. Це
fair
павлінячі
damsel
пір'я.
inspired you to vow to kill that filth?
The most beautiful among them.
If he wishes to guard her name a secret, he need not reveal it.
Хоча у цього може і петушині.
You I do not know, sir, nor seem you a knight, yet still I am profoundly grateful, nay, indebted to you for your succor. This trophy, sir, is yours.
A giant this close to human settlements? Strange.
Well, that was no ordinary giant. His name was Goliath, rumored to have been a knight once, but one who broke his vows. For this, the Lady of the Lake transformed him into a wild giant and banished him into the Gorgon Hills.
So he came back down? Why?
Several times each
Це
year,
перо
hunger
гамбурзького
chased him
півня.
into the
Червоне?
lowlands. Goliath had killed and devoured many shepherds. Guillaume's hunt served a noble cause. At any rate, it's a tale for more agreeable environs.
У цього павлін, у того фазан. У другого.
I'll take the trophy.
Червоне тоді
Why not?
півень виходить.
Could find someone who'll pay to buy it. Put up a good fight against the giant. Got experience battling monsters?
None. In Toussaint, we mostly chase bandits.
У цього
But I vowed
фазан.
I'd bring my heart's champion the head of a monstrosity, as the famed Gottfried, known as the Giant Killer, did.
You don't mean to hunt the beast, I hope. The matter's best left to Geralt.
Another challenge awaits me. Yet if Geralt is to hunt the beast, he ought to know. It struck again. The river surrendered a corpse. It washed up in the meander by the cockatrice. Damien Delatour's guardsmen are there already, securing the area.
Securing the area? Better go there now before they trample any tracks, manhandle any evidence.
Блять, варлорд, ну йобаний рот.
Set forth then. I shall ride for the city to inform her gracious magnificence that Geralt has arrived. We'll meet later, near Guillaume's tent at the Tourney grounds. I shall take you then to see her grace.
Левел, а на що мені левел? Так, а що голова дає? Тю, ну що тю, правила твіча нікуди не дівалися.
Brave kid, Guillaume.
Parmanin oversaw his upbringing. Guillaume is his kin.
Та, типу, нащо мені ті архімейстровські? Закінчити та й все. Ми можемо швидше їхати?
Can't get used to the way you knights talk, especially how you switch back and forth between flowery and normal.
We are knights errant, in the service of her gracious magnificence. When we appear in her name or speak on her behalf, we are bound by tradition.
Что новое запрещено оскорбление NPC, не знав. Блять, усе, що схоже на піворди, байдуже до
They must
кого,
have removed the body already.
Let's look around. Make
заборонено
sure
на
they didn't
твічі,
miss
Варлорд. Почитай правила. Байдуже кого, NPC, живу людину, ще когось.
Hobnailed boots, multiple
Привет,
sets
Ярл.
of prints. Ducal guard, clearly. Let's see where they went. Walked along the shoreline.
Perhaps the body lay on the bank.
Anything taken by the current ends up in these shallows.
Oh.
Yes, the stench is fierce.
Got guests. Careful.
Ого, як це заділо мене. Наче ж поменше радіус був. Щось у них дуже великий радіус тут.
Drawn here by the smell of blood. Let's keep looking. Only blood-soaked scraps left of the victim's clothing. Good quality cloth.
A wealthy victim, correct?
Looks it. Blood. Guardsmen pulled these nets out of the water, then cut the mutilated body free. Gonna dive in, make sure they didn't miss anything.
Так. Давайте спочатку вниз. І що? Ще то не то.
Silk kerchief, monogrammed DLC. A noble's accessory, clearly. Need to comb the bank.
Так.
Look, a boat was launched here. Guardsmen must have loaded the body parts onto it, taken them somewhere. Need to find out where. I'd like to look at the corpse before it starts to decompose.
The inn. Its patrons must have seen the guardsmen, which direction they took. We should ask there.
Опа. Хтось у червоному плащі. Цікаво.
Seems we've got ourselves an audience.
You think this surprising? The locals will tell the children of children they do not have yet, of the day a quartered corpse was pulled from the river.
One thing. Found a handkerchief in the water. Monogrammed DLC. Mean anything to you?
Delacroix? It cannot be. Was it he the beast slew?
Seems so. Knew him well?
Long past. We were close friends once, but our paths diverged. He was a man of extremes, standing by his companions no matter the odds, fighting his foes to the bitter end.
Foes? You have a lot of them?
He did, but I do not see what that has to do with the beast. Ah, Geralt, you've struck a raw nerve. Memories of a time long past, to which I'd rather not return now.
I understand. We can talk later. Let's go to the tavern.
I shall have to leave you soon. Return to court.
Ну, типу, сам я не добіжу, да? Треба обов'язково за тобою бігти.
No rest. In fact, I'd feared I would return too late to fulfill my duty. Yet it seems I've arrived in the nick of time.
Золоту за тавер. До речі. Немає у Тусені нічого. Ну тут хоч тут не пише, точніше. Спробуємо з корчмарем пограти, подивимось, дає нові карти чи ні.
We adhere to certain morals, as one should.
I imagine you've been all over the world, Sir Richard.
Як туберкульозники якісь.
By my troth, could that be the musty scent of fresh pate?
Naught else, Sir de Peyrac Peyren. I see time has not dulled your senses.
We would be honored if you would join us. Your companion as well.
But why do I not detect even a whiff of crayfish chowder?
No soup today, on account of there being no crayfish. I reckon you've not heard, but all I caught was a corpse. I awoke at the crack of dawn, as I do each day, but when I looked up, I beheld a blood-red sky.
This corpse is precisely why we're here. For the man whom you've invited to join you at the table was summoned from a far-off land by her gracious magnificence. He is tasked with tracking and killing the beast.
We invited two men to join us, yet since Sir de Peyrac Peyren in temperament is more akin to hare than hound, I surmise the other is the hunter. With whom do we have the pleasure?
Name's Geralt.
A humble introduction. You've clearly not tarried long with Sir de Peyrac Peyren.
Spare us the petty insults. Geralt is a master of the witchering trade. He has questions concerning the beast's last victim.
I was the one to find the corpse. The sun had just risen when I awoke, sat straight up in my bed, looked out the window, and beheld a sky red.
То червоне як кров. Вікно чи хто?
Or we shall be here till winter.
Вікно, тіло, небо, що червоне?
Must have been early in the morning. Went to check your nets and then...
I stepped out of my hut and saw...
By my troth, to the point, man. You found a body ensnared in your crayfish nets. We know this already. What happened then? Did you see anyone nearby? Did you spy anything noteworthy? Anything at all?
Not a soul around, just me. As for noteworthy... well...
What did you see? But be warned, if I hear the sky was red again...
I saw...
Такий
a head,
розкачик з нього ще...
eyes bulging,
той.
the tongue blew and popped out. Next to it, a hand rocking upon the water.
Get a good look at the body parts?
They gave me such a fright. I bolted to town fast as my legs would take me, then returned with guardsmen who told me to keep out of their way. They had a hard haul. The parts were so tangled up in my nets, they were forced to cut them.
Must have been early in the morning.
I
Курва.
Did you see? Not what eyes.
Get a good...
Випадково віку знову натиснув.
Need to examine the body. Know where they took it?
They ferried it across, then loaded it on a cart and hauled it to a cellar at Corvo Bianco to keep it cool, see?
What?
Why, Corvo Bianco is Baron Russell's estate. When he learns they've turned his cellar into a morgue, he'll set his hounds on them.
While you were gallivanting about the north, his vineyard was auctioned off.
Who was that? Woman who just left. Didn't see her before. Didn't notice her walk in either.
Doubtless Linnis, the innkeep's daughter. But hold, Geralt, because this is an outrage. Rossel's vineyard was auctioned off? Inconceivable.
It is no secret the Baron had gambling debts up to his ears. It finally came time to collect. His creditors auctioned off his property. The Ducal Chancellery bought it, in fact. Rossel now bunks with his brother in Vicofaro.
I told Rossel he'd get his comeuppance. How long can one throw on past heroics? His creditors must finally have defined that his promises meant nothing.
Such are the times. Today's knights are pale shadows of the heroes of yore.
It's true what they say. God sent the beast to punish us for straying from the old paths.
So folk think the beast's divine punishment.
Knights have turned their backs on the old customs. Where they were defenders of the duchy, they're now defenders of their own tushes.
Why, you insolent...
Let him talk.
The Duchess trades in titles, grants honors to ill-doers. We've strayed from the path of virtue, lost the gods' favor, so the gods sent retribution.
Don't listen to that nonsense, Geralt. It's rehashed street preacher codswallop.
Yes, the rebel rousers have been sprouting up like weeds lately, each offering the same bill of goods.
They say anything else about the beast? Besides it being a messenger of the gods?
The Toussaintois are no fools. They see clearly the beast kills on days honoring patron saints.
Picky monster. Thanks for the
Настільки
hospitality.
прискіпливо, скільки означає, що воно розумне.
Corvo Bianco lies a short way from here, near the tourney grounds. Just follow the road and you'll arrive.
Not coming with? Oh yeah, duty of some sort calls.
Some sort? Her Grace bestowed a great honor on me, even before we departed for Velen. I'm to play the hare during this year's game in the palace gardens. When you see me in my costume, you will wet yourself laughing.
Ну це велике досягнення грати зайця.
But it sounds like a long, complicated story.
Саме для рицаря.
Involving lengthy digressions into local history and tradition. So, see you later, Milton, and good luck.
Треба було їхати у костюмі зайця за мною, так було б веселіше хоча б.
Normally, I'd encourage you to try our famed fisherman's chowder. But alas, we are all out of crayfish.
Could replace them with...
Replace?
Так. Кажи, що у тебе за товари. Ого. Просто так Лего. А, це карта цього. Начальника, ладно. Давай пограємо. Ого, по 50. Це поважний корчмар, не те, що у інших містах. Цікаво, чи будуть давати вони карти. Скеліге. Нова колода. Нова механіка.
Коли цю карту прибирають з бойовіше, за весни на полі з'являється інша могутня карта.
Угу. Це що? Перетворюється на ведмедя, якщо в цьому ж ряді є карта Мардрем. Так, на чому я зупинився? Я оцього хлопця брав. Ну і все, типу, я награвся. Ну, давайте дві карти ще зіграємо цих, подивимось, що він буде робити. А, він спасував. Лол. Окей. А чого це? Худоб'ячі збройні сили. Не чутно? Я вимкнув мікро. Що не чутно? Карта за 0 було. Ні, звідки воно з'явилось, то я зрозумів. Так, а яка у нього особливість? Карти з відбою обох гравців перемішуються та повертаються до їхніх колод. Угу. А скільки карт? Чи я щось не зрозумів, чи це він... Ага, тобто, типу, це у нього був шпигун, це він розіграв з відбою. З от такої от кількості, блядь, карт він витягнув саме шпигуна. Геній, що казати? А, ні, це не білка була, це типу особливість колоди Скеліга чи що. Прикольно, якби я знав, я би ресав цю штуку раніше. Да-да. Розкажете. Я отаку другу катапульту не знайшов. Ну, коротше, зі Скеліги ще треба буде розбиратись.
Message on the back, signed by a certain Count Monnier. Invitation to a tournament. Interesting.
Я так розумію, у Тусені усі карти, які я буду знаходити, це карти цих Скеліга, да? Грати за Скеліга навіть цікавіше, ніж за королівство. Не знаю, мені з королівством норм. Я зібрав колоду, звик до неї. Типу, я точно так же міг би... Нові завдання, доповнення мають спеціальну позначку. Так, ладно. Ми, коротше, по сюжету.
Sounds like a fight. Have to hurry. Damn it. Killer must still be here. In the cellar.
Вбився явно чаклун. Чи ні?
You. Saw you at the inn. Why'd you kill these people? Clearly wasn't for their blood. We don't have to fight.
You are wrong.
І що воно таке?
I cannot let you leave.
Брукса. А можна зробити її видимою? Я як можу. Нормально, з невидимкою дуже зручно битися. Головне легко. Так, я все зрозумів, як треба. Так. Брукса це вампірчик. Але я все ж таки схиляюсь до варіанту, що це не вампіри, а прямо ОПГ якась з монстрів.
Stinks. Waterlogged. Both hands amputated. Body was quartered just as I thought. Laid in water for some time. Head swollen, and something took a few bites out of it. Something in the throat. A pouch, bulging with coins. Nilfgaardian florins, from several different provinces. If the murderer did this, means we're dealing with a sentient thinking beast. Body was chopped up after death. Blows struck with great force, but bones sliced through, not crushed. Creature that killed him had long claws, sharp as a witcher's blade. First sank its claws into the victim's heart. How Bruxa did this. Third hand. A spare? Except it's clearly not the victim's. Guardsmen must have not noticed it as they picked everything up. How's this possible? Still warm. Blood still flowing? Several monster species can regenerate. Never heard of that happening to their severed limbs, though. Or of their limbs seeming completely alive after so much time. Examine the tissue more closely later. Might learn something.
Це схоже, що рука якогось вищого вампіра.
So, murderer was clearly a
Бо в
monster,
Рукса вампір
but
прийшла
not
за
Bruxa.
нею, ну і вона ж,
Then why'd the Bruxa
типу,
come
жива
here for the
досі.
severed hand?
Якийсь дуже-дуже стародавній вампір.
Why the hell's it still warm? Now, how it shoved down the victim's throat. What's the significance? And why was he chopped up into pieces? Lots of questions, no answers so far. Need to know about the other victims. I'll ask Palmerin to get me in to see the Duchess.
Питання, до речі, де саме власник маєтку був у цей час. Це в таверні повідомив. А, я провтикав. А, ну він же ж тут на турнірі.
Need to speak to the Duchess, urgently.
All right, you scamps. Story's done. Go find your parents.
But the Palmerin, what about the story of Riddick and the dragon?
A tale's for another time. But take a good look at the man who stands before you now. This is Geralt of Rivia, the master witcher who lent his valiant hand to the defeat of the giant Goliath.
Master Witcher, is it true virtue always trumps villainy?
Not always. Could go either way. Sometimes virtue wins, sometimes villainy gets the upper hand. Still worth being good.
But why? If it doesn't mean you'll win.
Palmerin's story. Think back. A decent man attracts other good folk, makes friends he can count on. A rogue? Well, you can only count on other rogues. And who would you rather have for a friend?
A man of virtue?
I must agree. Now, that will do for questions. Go find your parents. Her Enlightened Highness has doubtless arrived at the tourney grounds to watch the battle in the arena. If we hurry, we'll be in time to speak with her before the spectacle begins.
Головне, щоб нас не виперли туди битися.
Lead the way. Who's fighting?
Так, я думаю, він зараз буде їбало кентавра кастувати з такою паличкою.
As you'll soon see.
Someone's gonna fight a Shaelmar? With only some bells on its tail to confuse it, slow it down?
Whatever is the problem? The beast is a gift from the Emperor, no less.
Здається, я вже знаю, хто з ним буде битися.
Shouldn't torment the beast. How would you like to be dumped in an arena, blindfolded with a string of bells stuck in your ass?
Pity a monster. You, a witcher?
I slay monsters who are a threat to humans. You're out to humiliate one to entertain a crowd. No knight will gain any glory from this. Who's going to fight the beast?
Guillaume, young man you met.
Yeah. Mentioned he promised his heart's capture a monster trophy.
Great love demands great sacrifices.
Let's go.
Цікаво, наскільки швидко його повалить та істота, і коли доведеться нам виходити його рятувати.
It's begun. The fight shall have to end first. We must wait.
Симпатична потворка.
Got a bad feeling about this.
Опа, мінус дзвоники. Поїхали, броненосець.
Damn it.
Опа! Недовго він стояв.
We have to help him.
Тупо прочитано.
Gotta keep it down.
Alas, for lightning, the beast heaved its foul girth, let loose a roar, and knocked him to earth.
Так, ну тобі його явно не в армор треба бити.
To give fight to the beast, its plans confound. Out, out, brief flame, and thus the witch's life went snuffed. All our hopes, alas, had
Його по пузу треба бити, це так важко.
fate of the beast has been weighed by the
Здається,
gods.
мені треба...
Soon the
А,
witches shall triumph
щось
against
мені
all odds.
підказує.
Drink up the ocean and set fire to the wood, for nothing in this struggle can come to any good.
Так.
The witch awaited till the time was true, then twirled, danced, and spun, struck the monster right through.
Пангольєру тому. Це, до речі, схоже, що типу з Пангольєра і... Ну, з Панголіна і змалювали цю штуку.
The Shelma lies defeated by Geralt of Rivia, master of the witchering trade. Behold, as the last gasps of life seep from the beast.
Master Geralt, do what you must. Finish the deed!
Monster's no threat. No need to kill it.
A victor may always show mercy. It is his right. Long live Geralt the Merciful! Pikeman, see to the beast.
Да, і вони його доб'ють. І який сенс мені було його щадити? Ну, типу, це прикол якийсь, чи що?
Guillaume.
The lad came damned close to dying.
I'm fine. Not hurt at all. Vivian?
Smile as befits a hero and keep silent. Speech clearly pains you. She approaches.
Geralt. We must talk. Vivian.
You shall talk later, in the medic's tent.
Geralt, magnificent, breathtaking.
Your Grace.
We knew that to summon you was a brilliant idea. We are delighted, ravished to have struck upon it.
And I'm truly, honored.
See to our young hero. Hop, hop. For we must make off with Geralt. We should talk. We had been long awaiting your arrival. Had nearly lost hope. Then suddenly, that entrance, so spectacular.
Your Grace. Shaelmars are dangerous creatures, even to knights in full-plate armor.
Nonsense. In Toussaint, knights have battled beasts for mere glory since time immemorial. True. Guillaume suffered a few bumps, scars, and bruises, but in return gained eternal
Але
glory
натомість він
as he
отримав
slew
вічну
the
славу
monster.
переможця з чудовиська. Якби мене тут не було, то посмертно.
Say the Shaelmar had vaulted into the stands. Would have been a massacre.
Geralt, though we value your fortuitous intervention in the arena, we would remind you your services have been retained, and as shall soon become clear, you will be generously compensated for completing another task altogether.
Your Grace, my contract. I'd like to discuss it.
Naturally, but not here. We shall need Damien. He let the investigation pending your arrival. But wherever could he be? Come, we must find him. Tell us, have you come alone? Or did Viscount Julian accompany you?
Wish to see Dandelion, Your Grace?
Yes. I mean, no. Yes. But solely to tell him we regret. Yes, deeply regret rescinding the death sentence we so justly handed down upon him. If we could turn back time, we would make certain he sat in a tower till he rotted. No, we would ensure he was broken on the wheel, then drawn, hanged, and quartered.
Любись так з Тусена? Цікаво. Цікаво, що він зробив.
Ah, the very man we would entrust with these tasks. Damien de la Tour, captain of my personal guard.
Your Grace. Witcher.
Greetings. Sorry to have to tell you, but the guardsman handling the last victim's body...
I know already. The creature in the cellar of Corvo Bianco. Was it the beast?
No. A bruxa, a kind of vampire. Not the beast, but tied to it in some way.
You know this how?
Through careful analysis of the evidence, both on the riverbank and at Corvo Bianco.
Do you mean to insinuate the investigation thus far has been sloppy?
Geralt insinuates nothing of the sort.
Що
We
там
must
ногою
listen
зачепив?
attentively.
Щось важливе.
I examined the body of the beast's last victim. Might have found something. Need to analyze it. A quiet place, that's what I could use most right now. And maybe the help of an alchemist or a mage. Also like to hear all you know about the previous victims. Take it Sir de la Tour is my man for that.
Firstly, call me Damien, please. Secondly, you should know I spoke against summoning you here. I've heard much about you. You bring trouble, or thus far have, always. And we've enough trouble as it is. Yet we are capable of defeating the beast on our own, without an outsider's help. I've no doubt about it.
Damien, we settled the matter of the Witcher's employ some time past. Definitively. Since you have broached it nonetheless, let us discuss Geralt's pay. Are the legends true? Do witchers usually demand that which you find at home, yet did not expect?
Not quite, Your Grace. Law of surprise, it's something we invoke at times, but rarely. Usually we just take gold.
Disappointing. This law sounds rather romantic. On the other hand, on returning to the palace, we would likely find impatient petitioners or a set of sample fabrics for a new dress. Poor rewards, both. I fear you'd not have much use for any of the surprises we are likely to come upon. Thus, we've decided you shall receive the deed to a vineyard, Corvo Bianco, and the sum of coin. You will doubtless consider this adequate. Title to the vineyard shall be given to you at once. Surely you'll need lodgings while you hunt. The coin, however, will be yours only once you have slain the beast.
Lovely, generous gesture, Your Grace. Corvo Bianco. Isn't it the Duchy's temporary morgue?
Is it now? The Chancellery's bungled things again, we fear. Not to be left unsupervised for one instant. Yet, in its mood, a morgue should present minimal problems to a witcher.
Ніякого клопоту.
Nothing enhances a wine's reputation better than a grim legend.
Thank you, Your Grace. I accept the contract, of course. But as I said before, I'll need some information. How'd it start? Who was the first victim?
Crespi was the first to die. He was famed once for his many glorious tournament victories. Then he grew old, hung up his sword, and took to winemaking.
Crespi was not loved by the wine merchants. He was ruthless in business and thought to cheat many a time. He asked us for a dispensation from all court ceremonies. We did not grant it. We could not. Once you've taken the oath of a knight, you remain a knight till death.
How'd he die? Where'd they find the body?
Quite unusual, the circumstance. He was at a feast when suddenly one of his fellow feastgoers noticed he was missing. The town watch found him an hour later. On his hands and knees, propped against the town pillory, his sword hanging from his neck. He had died of wounds inflicted with claws, not a weapon. Blows of great force.
So he died suddenly, but the body was on its knees, meaning someone posed it.
So it seems.
Ми вже знаємо, що чудовисько розумне.
Second murder. Tell me what you know.
In the city there are certain nooks. No one reasonable ventures there after dark. Ramon Dulac's corpse was found in one such place. With the first murder, terror gripped the city. Its inhabitants grew wary, kept to safe areas. Consequently, news of the second victim came to us from a group of concerned cut-purses.
Criminals fear the beast? Telling in a way. Take it you've excluded the possibility that Ramon died at the hands of these bandits.
Do you believe me an amateur? Not hands, but claws killed Ramon Dulac. The wound was deep, clean.
His body was found in the gutter, dressed in nightshirt and cap, a pillow placed under his head, and his sword replaced by a bed warmer. Ramon Dulac, a knight who but a dozen years past was an advisor to our
Щось,
father.
коротше, ці два лицарі робили у минулому, за що їм зараз мстять. Мені здається так.
It's not out of the question. Dulac had shady dealings with the criminal underworld, but no one ever came forth with concrete proof of any misdoings.
So, first two victims were knights, best years behind them.
The same could be said of the third. Sir Delacroix was wont to claim that in modern times knights face new challenges, enterprise being the latest addition to the chivalric virtues.
He made a veritable fortune in the grain trade. Palmerin even nicknamed him Sir de la Stinchi.
Found a coin pouch on his body. Contained florins dating from various times, hailing from different provinces of the Empire.
Delacroix loved coin, true, but had no patience for numismatics.
Lots of similarities between the victims. All the bodies were found in strange places under extraordinary circumstances. Seems the murderer, whoever or whatever it is, has some meaning to convey.
These were honorable men. We are horrified by the disdain, the disrespect with which they were treated. These were knights of Toussaint. Blast it.
Might be the point. From what you say, none was a model of virtue. Ever considered that's what the beast's trying to draw attention to?
All the murdered men were knights who swore fealty to the 5 chivalric virtues. And even if
Knights of Toussaint swear fealty to what virtues exactly?
honor, wisdom, generosity, valor, and compassion.
Що, блядь?
Five virtues. Why are they so important to your knights?
Strange question.
Your Grace, forgive me. I'm a foreigner trying to understand another land's customs.
You are forgiven. According to legend, the virtues we cultivate were bestowed upon us by the Lady of the Lake. How we truly came to espouse them, none remember. In Toussaint, we believe men of low birth should be simple-hearted and obedient. We expect much more, however, of our knights. They are to be soldiers and courtiers, lords and servants. Thus, the need for clear moral guidelines. At the time of his dubbing, a knight vows to demonstrate throughout his life honor, wisdom, generosity, valor, and compassion.
Beast seems to be pointing up moral decay, denouncing it. Victims were all humiliated. Might have been murdered to emphasize their lack of specific chivalric virtues.
Honor compromised by the pillory. Wisdom by ridicule. Generosity by a coin pouch shoved down a throat. It seems to fit, true, though not perfectly.
Can't discount the theory if it's on the lips of everyone in town. Say our reasoning's right. Next murder will be just as showy and denounce the victim's lack of the fourth virtue, valor. We can also assume that victim will be an elder knight.
Let's think. At the moment, all the knights are either at the tourney grounds or in the palace gardens. Our annual hare hunt shall begin there shortly. Have you heard of the custom?
Milton mentioned something. Seemed excited to prance around in a bunny costume. Not sure why. Hang on. Strange circumstances. A knight advanced in years. The famed cowardice of rabbits.
Could it be that simple? Is Milton de Peyrac-Peyren the next victim?
Milton also knew Delacroix. Told me so down by the river.
Damien! To miss something so obvious. De Peyrac-Peyren, Crespi, Delacroix, and Delac formed a knightly team. It was years ago, but...
They were a team?
They were close friends, tightly knit, and as such earned the trust of our father, the Duke. We often witnessed him turn to them with delicate matters. Later, their paths diverged.
Unlikely to be a coincidence. Beast must know it too. It's a lead, I'm sure.
Цікаво. Насправді дуже цікаво.
We need to find Milton immediately.
Rather problematic. You see, the garden entertainments are due to start, and he's disguised as the hare, hiding somewhere, waiting for some tipsy courtiers to find him. The hare's hiding place is a carefully guarded secret.
We must call off the game at once.
First and foremost, we must remain calm. Damien, order the gardens searched immediately, but discreetly. By no means can we disrupt the festivities. Panic will only incite the beast to strike sooner. And you, Witcher, follow me. My gardens, my night, I shall take the fall. A murder is out of the question. I will not allow it. Not near my palace. Horses? Ready our horses!
Ясно.
Your Grace!
Полетіли.
What the hell? Why, I should... Your Highness, I...
Mind it doesn't get wrinkled. Onward!
Питання, кому він свистів, коня чи ці графині?
Hey! That is silk! Be careful! Give it to me!
Полетіли.
Your grace seems right at home in the saddle.
This way! Through town! Try not to lose your way. Sharp right! Take care!
Нормально так скаче, що я її наздогнати не можу. Зазвичай це проблема NPC.
Clear a path! Clear the way, I said!
Is this part of the game?
It's here! Just round the corner!
Hurry.
We must go to
Куди,
where the
куди,
game
куди,
is.
куди?
The participants must find unicorn's horn, a golden fish,
На-
and
на
a
коні ти
phoenix egg.
скакала
With these in
краще.
hand, they can deduce where the hair, milk, hides.
Do you mean we need to find those things too?
We've no other option, but time is of the essence, so we shall have to break the rules. On second thought, through here. I shall show you where the hunt plays out. Then we will split up. You will get hold of the unicorn
ще раз
horn
ось.
and the golden fish. While I nab the phoenix egg. That will be quickest.
Golden fish. Do I need a rod or a net?
Please, Geralt. It's not a real fish. Look there, towards the water. See the lights? The hunters are trying to hook the fish from boats. You must simply dive in and find it.
А нащо?
Unicorn. How do I catch it?
It's terribly skittish, true, but I'm sure you will find a way to earn its trust. It runs around over there, look. The golden fish and the horn both contain things or clues that will help us find Milton. Once you have fish and horn, find me among the other phoenix egg hunters.
А, це такий, коротше, прикол. Знайди ріг, рибку, потім знайдеш мене біля яйця Фенікса, і тобі доведеться ще й з яйцем Фенікса щось робити. Знаю я ці темки. Так, єдинорог ближче.
One were to call a snake courageous or coward, what other part of the snake would one have in mind?
But this is no true unicorn.
Perhaps an apple will work. Or some sweets.
We would not be in this predicament, dear sister, were you still a virgin.
Do you really wish to have this conversation again? Here and now?
Hush, or you'll spook the beast. We shall try the sweets.
Hey folks, gonna have to ruin your fun. Sorry.
Who's that?
У нас є акції. Нам, типу, дуже ізі забрати. Тільки він вирішив його не використовувати чомусь. Підійшов, хастанув акції і все.
Roach won't eat bread either, except if it's stale. Roach likes carrots. Maybe Unicorn will too.
This is an outrage. An outrage, I tell you.
It's against the rules.
На приколі.
Damn it.
Обережно, щоб він не злякався.
What would you say to a delicious, crunchy carrot? Easy. Gardens are huge. You're better off on horseback.
The Butcher of Bluffican, called to be the savior of Tucson.
Do they pay you well, Richard? Enough for wine and women?
Golden fish should be easy to spot once I'm under.
Used to be golden.
Do you think I don't know?
Stop.
Did someone just dive in the water? Perhaps that's the way to do it.
Sure, if you're a pest.
Опа.
Hey, wait. Stop. It's important.
King Cormorant, sire, accept this offering we bring. Prithee cast upon us your merciful eye, and bear before us its secrets.
As the moon is heavily coursed up trace, in my domain I await that moment of grace, when a soul of good or ill repute brings me a gift, fitting tribute.
A key.
Блять, просто на рівні залетіли з двох ног.
He's ruined the game!
Disgraceful.
Та давай пливи. Героїрена Відьмака. Ситуація така.
The light, it's positively useless. She can't possibly see.
I feel faint. My head swims. What does they call you? Geralt.
Dram of wine. 40
Unter
weeks.
Duke Raymond, such troubles were simply
But your grace.
No but.
If you please, Your Grace.
We do not please. We act out of the highest necessity. All shall be explained later.
But it's against the rules.
I am the rules. Geralt! At last.
Нарешті, та ти тільки його взяла, що нарешті?
Another. Show me yours. Who wrote this drivel? I begin like a groan, hollowed out with ease, then end like a mouse, with a head of hard cheese.
Так. Швидко, як водопад? Є водопад? Нема. Це типу водопад має бути. В небі як орел, та швидко як антизручний спиниш свідко житлі. Ну, вітер.
Is it about someplace really cramped, uncomfortable?
Because it mentions groans and a mouse? No, false hints, I think. Meant to lead us astray. Look, if we take groan, hollow it out and fill it with ease. The letters, that is. We get green. Then mouse, but starting with what heads heart cheese. Why, it's greenhouse.
Pretty clever. And it sounds right to me.
There are several greenhouses in the gardens, but only one with a door that locks. And the key to it looks just like the one we found.
Greenhouse it is then. Let's go.
Ясно.
Wait here.
Ось і Кей нам не знадобився. Вампірчик.
What the butch?
What was that?
І вампірчик дуже добре знає, хто ми. Щойно ви бачили відьмака здорового асасіна.
I'm here.
This belonged to you, maybe?
It did, but you may keep it.
Ти саме відьмак школи паркура, саме
I
він.
do not know you. I've done you no harm. Yet first you butchered a Bruxer who was dear to me. Now you pursue me. Why?
You've killed 4 innocent people, at least.
And you? How many innocents have you cut down?
Not here to talk about me.
Yet that is exactly what we are doing. So, did they send you after me? Who are they?
What do you mean, they? Duchess hired me. You've been murdering her subjects.
Is it as simple as that? I would ask you to convey to the Duchess that I've but one victim left, but you'll not get the chance.
А, ну мені треба битися, він сам. Мені пауза треба вже зараз. Оце бокерський звір. Так, у мене тут десь було, до речі, мастила проти вампірів. Ну, вампіри, як я і казав. Це що? Я вже і забув, коли я у коваля останній раз був. Потужний челікс. Всього хую хулиш. Стоп, що? Він мене вбив? Чи я його? Чи що сталося? Схоже, що він дотік до заставки просто. В нього ж є кров, значить кровотеча працює.
You want to stay where you are.
I know you're in trouble. I can help.
I'll help myself.
No, he's my friend.
Yes, Geralt, it's me.
Regis? You all right?
All is well. All's in order. Wounds such as these heal on vampires in moments. But we've not seen one another in ages, my friend. At least in human terms, that is.
Що це за
How's
чел?
this even possible? Last I saw you...
I was a bubbling, shapeless smear, having been rather spectacularly melted into a column of a certain castle. In somewhat better shape now, as you can see. Hardly peak form, mind you, but were I human, folk would think me a demigod, I dare say.
I'm sorry. What happened, it was my fault. Never got a chance to apologize.
No need, Geralt. Bygones. I did not have to join you on that expedition. No one twisted my arm.
Miraculous regeneration. How do you manage it?
I had help. From the one you hunt.
Him? How? And what have you been doing all these years?
Not the time nor place for such stories. I suspect we'll get a chance to speak at ease and at length later. Now, however, we must deal with the reason that brought us both here.
Local serial killer seems to obey you. Maybe you could talk him out of it, convince him to stop murdering.
Why do you think I've come? It shall not be easy, as Dettlaff can be rather stubborn. Though you must certainly recall that neither do I surrender readily.
So that's his name. He's your friend?
You might call it that. Though Dettlaff is... how would you humans put it? More bestial than I am. But not to worry. I'm working on him.
Haven't exactly done a great job with that. He's killed one knight since I got here. At least 3 others before I arrived.
For good reason, I'm sure. Understand, Dettlaff is not some decadent shit who kills for sport, or to assuage a dryness of throat or a dullness of mood.
So in your opinion, what are his reasons?
Precisely what I wish to find out. And then I will convince him of the error of his ways.
Got a lot of faith in the guy.
Despite appearances to the contrary, you two are quite alike. You've both noble hearts, yet you both are wont to perform ignoble deeds. When circumstances force you to, of course. Remember the year 964?
That was 3 centuries ago.
Blind fear gripped Rivia, Lyria, and Spala. Women and children were dying. Their mutilated, dismembered corpses littered the fields.
Brute of Lyria. Read about it. Chewed up almost 200, then fell to a common poacher supposedly armed with a dagger blessed by some prophet.
It fell to Dettlaff, who then found a poacher asleep in the brush near his snares and dropped the fiend's corpse at his feet. And thus, a legend was born.
Vampires rarely help humans. Must have had his own agenda, hunting the beast.
You err. He slew it for one reason alone. The monster killed a lad who once, in the street, had offered Dettlaff an apple, expecting nothing in return.
Terribly noble of him.
You do not have a monopoly on altruism, my friend. Vilgefortz melted my body. Dettlaff found what was left. As per our codex, he had a choice. To leave me where I was, or to care for me and nurture my remains. He chose the latter. Regenerated me at no small expense in his own blood. Do you know what that means to a vampire? The gravity of the endeavor?
Probably same thing it means to a human. You owe him your life.
Much more than that. The act itself made us blood brethren. A bond so strong humans cannot even imagine. Which is why I know something ill is afoot.
Always had an overdeveloped sense of empathy.
Each vampire has a unique talent. One they hone over centuries. It's precisely what renders us so difficult to classify. Dettlaff's trump card is his herd instinct, his tribal propensity. In point of fact, he prefers the company of lesser vampires and shuns that of humans. If he walks among you, killing egregiously, he can only mean something's upset him. Immensely.
Anything specific? Some set of things that'd be likely to set him off?
How should I say this? Detlef doesn't understand men, their world, its rules, its conventions.
Він казав, що мене послали вони. То вони
He doesn't
питання.
comprehend your games, knows not what it means to lie, deceive.
Suggesting he's maladjusted, venting his rage.
I'm suggesting maladjustment can at times breed conflict. But is it the case this time? I cannot say, but intend to find out.
Gotta find him before something upsets him even more, and all Beauclair is awash with blood.
Well, we share a cause then, just like the old days.
Not entirely. I mean, when I find him, you know.
I know you've a contract on his head. Yet your true task is to stop the beast killing, not necessarily to kill the beast, am I right?
All in all, sure.
Let us find him. By the time we do, I hope I'll have convinced you Detlef is no monster.
Fine, all right already. But for now, evidence is stacking up against him.
Hear that?
The posse. Knights must have tracked me here.
I'd prefer they not find me here. I've makeshift quarters at Mère Lachaise Long Cemetery. We'll meet there.
Нормальний притулок.
Witcher, we flew here as fast as our courses would carry us. Yet I fear we're late all the same. Pray, where is the beast?
Still investigating. About to inspect this site. Withdraw your men before they trample all over the evidence.
Sirs, we must let the Witcher do his work. Milton's murder cannot go unavenged.
Так, що ж, пішли поговоримо зі старим другом.
Allow the Witcher to ply his trade.
Так, а в мене є тут швидке переміщення чи щось таке? Ух ти, цікаво, що це. Давайте сходимо. Просто спитаємо, що це.
Your reputation precedes you, Geralt.
Це виглядає доволі цікаво, насправді. І сюди.
Sir! Sir! A letter for you, sir!
Letter? Who from?
Can't rightly say, sir. I was just to deliver it.
Here. And thanks.
No, sir. Thank you. And I truly hope I'll be of service again.
My dear friend.
I've been told you're on a jaunt to Toussaint. I do hope you don't overtax yourself during the wine festival. The effects of such exertion at your age can indeed prove most detrimental. I've come upon some information which might be of interest to you. While browsing through a colleague's book collection, I found mention of one Professor Moreau of Beauclair, who conducted research into Witcher mutations. The details I've come to learn are rather vague, and his laboratory's location remains a mystery. Yet his journal should at least provide hints as to both. It is said he was laid to rest with it in his
покращені
tomb.
мутагени можна знайти.
I enclose a map I found in the tome I happened upon. Though less than completely legible, I trust it will prove useful nonetheless. Should you grow tired of sampling Beauclair's ladies, wines, and other exquisite delicacies, this matter might prove a fruitful diversion. Investigate at your leisure. Your friend, Yennefer.
A professor who studied Witcher mutations. Might actually be worth looking into.
Так. Мене цікавить, що це таке.
Come to Riri.
143 carry the two.
Хто ти?
Greetings, brave hero. I am Raphael de Serman, and I am the Ducal Camarlengo.
I'm Geralt. So what is it you do here?
I pay the knight's errand.
For what?
Our knights wander the roads, protecting Toussaint from bandits and monsters. It is fitting and just that they be recompensed appropriately for these toils. Note, sir, that should you successfully smash a Hans, save a brother knight from peril, or extract a captured merchant from the hands of cutthroats, come see me. You shall be rewarded.
Wouldn't mind a glance at your books. Ones you're willing to sell, that is.
Давайте глянемо, що тут у нього є. А, у нього просто тупо бібліотека. Мене це не цікавить, а от у гвинт можна зіграти.
Wouldn't happen to play Gwent, would you?
О, книжки читати, та ну, блядь. Мені ж тільки книжки не вистачало читати. О, це я стартанув без шпигунів. Просто топчик. Дві кари нахуя? Ну, блядь, мені норм. Так. Трошечки здибали карт. І ще шпигуна зверху. На карті хочу колоди залишились. Так, що в мене у реці? Тільки блакитні смуги. Так, це під кару підставляємо. блядь, сам зіграв, сам спалив. Молодець, що казати. Добре, мені це достатньо для війни. Так, що ми отримали? Роль Бран. Ну, коротше, ясно, ми тут тільки скелігські карти знаходимо. А тут мені треба кішки тулити. Продатись би насправді непогано було. Ось панцирника, до речі, можна продатись. Панцирник і коваль.
Should the beast you espy tell the commander?
Nothing to see here. Move along.
The best steel in all of Tucson. Take a gander.
Show me what you have.
Тут прямо на великі левели. Ресурсів порядно. Так, але ми тут не за цим. Так, це залишимо. Лопату теж залишу. Ну, іріс, звісно, залишу. Чисто для колекції.
Farewell.
No, see you later.
Так, і тут ще панцирник десь поруч, можна йому ще продатись.
The best armor around. That is what I forge. So sorry.
What have you got?
Так, ну все, пів інвентаря ми звільнили. Давайте глянемо, що тут цікавого є. У тебе теж дуже круті армори на 41 левел.
So long.
Так, пішли по квесту, зробимо цей квест і все, напевно, на сьогодні.
Guess that's chutney.
Як же він дві партії пропустив? Не дві, а одну. Це по-перше. По-друге, я роблю сюжет зараз. сюжету не поміг. Якщо в мене буде бажання, я потім пограю в гвинт, коли закінчу кров та вино. Зараз я хочу просто закінчити сюжет, а потім по настрою я або буду грати в гвинт, або типу будемо вважати, що я пройшов Відьмака, і я піду наступні ігри грати. Там ще зверху щось є.
Regis! Damn it. Locked. No way I got the place wrong. This is it. Gotta be another way in around here.
Знайти шлях до крипти. У нас вон там печерка є. Очевидно, що нам туди. Який марад це навіть не раги чи що?
Victuals aplenty around here. Now you dance a film.
Чуємо, як щось робить. Мені ласочка, навіщо? Хай він собі їжею потрошки регениться.
Agreed to meet a vampire at a cemetery. How much more cliché can you get?
Nothing comes readily to mind.
Could have left the door unlatched.
What of my privacy? I value it rather deeply. Unmolested, especially by unwanted guests, that's my preferred state. Besides, I knew you'd find a way to get in.
True enough. Need to find your friend. I'm hoping you'll agree to help.
I shall do whatever's in my power. Yet what you want or even need must matter little. What matters is what Detlef wants. If he does not wish to be found, you will not find him. Ever. End of story.
Come on. Gotta be some way.
Vampires can evade detection by the senses, and no divination magic works on us. Even the most precise megascope would be useless.
And this? Could this help?
Wherever did you get that?
Off one of the beast's victims, found by a bend in the river. Body was chopped in pieces. 3 of those pieces were hands. Hand with the ring seemed the odd one out. Abruxa had taken an interest in it.
Все добре у тебе?
It's Detlef's hand, without a doubt. It will do splendidly.
Ring's pretty intriguing. Made of no metal I've ever seen. And the ornamentation.
It comes from our home, where we lived before the conjunction of spheres. It's actually mine. I received it from a dear old friend. You might call him a humanist. He saw us vampires as guests here. Guests who owe their hosts, meaning you humans and the elder races, respect.
Respect? Meaning not to treat us like cattle to be slaughtered for food?
Precisely. And the reason why I in turn gave it to Detlef. To remind him of the ideals my old friend championed.
The hand. What do you plan to do with it?
You've heard of Kovinaris' theory of tissue memory retention.
Rings a distant bell. Read about it in Alchemia Oblitera. There's a copy at Kaer Morhen, tattered, nearly disintegrated. But if memory serves, Kovinaris never managed to prove it worked.
He did prove it, just never managed to publish his findings. He and I corresponded, you see, after we became friends. Thus, I know he completed his research and performed the first tests. It's complicated, so without delving into details, it is possible to use any piece of tissue to reconstruct what a whole body experienced.
How's it work? We need any special equipment?
We must brew a decoction which Kovinaris gave a rather poetic name, resonance. Once imbibed, it sends one into a trance similar to that induced by narcotics. This triggers visions of events linked to strong emotions experienced by the tissue's owner. Picture it as dreaming a fragment of someone's life.
Any chance we might see what Dettlaff was doing just before he lost his hand?
Indeed. Though I also hope resonance will reveal the location of Dettlaff's hideout.
Kovinaris spent half his life proving his theory. Wild guess. Making a dose of resonance won't be easy.
You guessed correctly. In addition to Dettlaff's tissue, we shall need a powerful occipital lobe stimulant. Effectively a poison, to make one susceptible to visions.
Well, got a few ingredients to choose from. Unfortunately, all are pretty rare. There's mamoon glands. The closest ones I know of are in Vizima. The spotted white saliva would also serve, but they were culled to extinction over a century ago. Could go with a kobold's eyes, but the creatures are sentient. Rather not gouge one's eyes out.
Given that we lack the time to sleuth this out ourselves, permit me to summon some help.
Так, варити якесь зілля треба, і треба дуже якісь рідкісні інгредієнти для цього. І головне, щоб рука не втекла при цьому. То щось вони її так залишили спокійно.
What was that?
A raven? Rather a common sight at this latitude. Very intelligent fowl. I asked him to look for the creatures you mentioned, him and his brethren. Perhaps they'll find one in the area, and I would hazard that a flock of ravens will spy any said creature faster than a solitary witcher would. With all due respect to your skills, my friend. It will take them some time nonetheless, so perhaps you'd care for a snifter of mandrake.
Rarely say no to a snifter.
Sadly, this is but a weak infusion rather than a proper distillate.
Even better. I remember your mandrake hooch. Made people say things they'd have rather kept to themselves.
Now, what could Geralt of Rivia prefer to keep to himself?
So, think you've set a nice little trap for me? Sorry. Wanna get me to confess? Gonna have to try harder.
I love a challenge. In that case, my ears are cocked. What must I do?
How about you get the ball rolling? Reveal one of your secrets. Vampires, intriguing creatures, must lead fascinating lives.
Anything in particular interest you?
Got plenty of questions I'd like to ask, but let's postpone any longer conversations until things calm down.
Unable to focus your thoughts at the moment, I understand. I too am anxious to know the news.
Still no sign of your winged friend. Sure it understood what you wanted?
Dead certain. Let's wait a bit longer. It'll return soon, don't doubt that for a moment. Ever vigilant, even in his sleep. Quite vampire-like, in fact. Are you absolutely certain they don't administer a few of our genes during the trial of the grasses?
as I know, none. Now what you got for me?
You were right. No kobolds or mamoons for miles around.
Knew it.
Allow me to finish. You see, there's this spotted white. It haunts an abandoned residence in the Caraberta woods.
Impossible. My brethren hunted down every last spotted white before I was born.
Then it seems you must revise your knowledge of spotted whites. For somehow this one managed to survive your brethren's onslaught. It seems I know this home it haunts. Recall a tale about it. Locals believe the place cursed. Perhaps that's how the white survived entirely unmolested.
Know anything else about this curse?
I don't recall much in particular. Really don't attach much importance to such things. It was mentioned to me as an anecdote, no more.
Come on, search your memory. Something, anything could be important.
I believe it had a relation to hunger, or, perhaps greed, rapacity. Someone was punished for something...
Textbook definition of a curse, pretty much.
Sorry, Geralt. I try not to clutter my mind with the details of every far-fetched tale I happen to hear. What are your thoughts?
A specimen of a species thought long extinct, and a curse in one place. That a coincidence, or are they related?
Ah, professional curiosity. Personally, I've nothing against you delving into this dilemma, but please remember we need the white's saliva. Nothing beyond that.
Whites rarely appear in the woods, even less likely to find them in abandoned human homes. They inhabit remote wildernesses, old abandoned cemeteries.
What's your point?
This might not be a spotted white after all. Your little helper might have made a mistake.
I sincerely doubt it. Ravens are devilishly intelligent creatures, and they've highly developed observational skills.
What exactly did they observe?
The area around the estate. It's covered in... spoons.
Spoons?
Spare me the skeptical smile. I'm but the bearer of this news. Or perhaps this spotted white is a hoarder. Or the spoons are somehow related to the curse.
Let's do this. Start making your decoction while I go get some saliva from that white. Uses it in its brews.
Do you imagine the white?
Сподіваюсь, що я йду сам, і мені не доведеться там ні з ким балакати. Ми швиденько зробимо цей квест і все на сьогодні.
For a moment there, I imagined you asking the white to spit into a vial. Quite amusing as a thought, but the salivary glands will do fine indeed.
So, see you later.
Yes, till later. I shall start by perusing some tomes.
Tomes? Thought you were gonna make this decoction.
We require one last ingredient. Alas, obtaining it could prove a trifle toilsome. Thus, I hope to identify a suitable alternative.
All right. Good luck.
And to you, my friend.
Так. Про що мені почитати треба? Про це? Ні, не про це. Про це, напевно. Так, що далеко нам? Мені треба.
Faster.
Я на коні нічого окрім акція юзати не можу. Чисто, щоб заспокоїти коня. Пантера, ніхуя собі. Красиво.
bandages. What's that about? Bar guests. Never a good omen.
Ми приїхали, тут прямо багато монстрів.
Message trying to tell me something. None shall sit and dine with you
Це
at your
такий
table.
прикол, балакати немає з ким, побалакаємо самі з собою.
Never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror. Sounds like a curse, all right. Somebody's clearly obsessed. Regis mentioned the place might be cursed. Can't be a coincidence. Need to look around.
Так, засейвила.
Pigsty. Need to search it thoroughly. Find a way to collect some white saliva. White's obsessed. A real collector. Thoroughbred. Spoon. Pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old. Spoon's incredible. The craftsmanship. Must have graced a rich man's table.
Так, що тут? Ясно.
Poor girl. Realized she was changing into a monster. Recorded it in her diary. Poignant. Smashed mirror. As if someone couldn't stand to look at themselves. The monster. Journal's author, maybe?
Якесь чудовисько.
No spoon you have shall say to you. Whatever lives here treated that literally. Still searching for the right spoon. Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one. Skeletons. Doubt they came here willingly. This have anything to do with the curse? None shall sit and dine with you at your table. It'd make sense. Woman's name scratched into this wooden spoon. Romantic.
Так, ми саме з самого початку прочитали.
No claw or fang marks. Probably choked to death. Right arm bit right off. Teeth all knocked out. Somebody tried to force feed him. Broken neck. Indentation in the skull's lateral surface. Smacked in the head with something heavy. White's obsessed. A real collector. Thoroughbred.
Колекціонери ложок.
Spring key. Sophisticated crafting. Tag bears a description. White's a true collector. Actually does seem like a White's lair. Bit atypical, but still. Cauldron should be somewhere around here. Spoon. Pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old.
Які море там повзають?
Cauldron I was looking for. White's not particularly tidy. Table's set. White who lives here is getting ready for some sort of feast. Cauldron's empty, unfortunately. Regis needs some brew. Afraid he won't get that. No choice but to hide and wait for the saliva glands and their bearer. Need a spot that'll let me observe the cauldron. White that lives here, definitely afflicted by a curse, and it's been trying desperately to lift it. Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one. White's obsessed. A real collector. Thoroughbred.
Що у нас там? Все це попеляста вільха, чи як там було написано.
Not gonna hurt you. Wanna help?
Вона збільшилась, чи мені здалося?
I've seen the words of the curse on the walls. Think I know how to lift it. You tried to bring folk here, convince them to sit at the table with you, right? Well, I'm gonna be your guest now. Your willing guest.
І ми будемо всю зелену бурду їсти?
Just need a bit for Regis. And now we'll tend to you.
Я не пам'ятаю, які слова там були.
Need to get this right. Words of the curse were, none shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall say to you, never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror.
Ахуєть.
Need to get this right.
Добре, що коли альтабуєшся, воно зупиняє. Ставить на паузу. Так, ніхто не сидить і не обідає з тобою за твоїм столом. Жодна твоя ложка не наситить тебе. Ти ніколи більше не захочеш спостерігати за своїм відображенням у дзеркалі. А що зробити треба? Дати типу ложку їй. Ну, виглядає, наче треба ложку їй дати.
Words of the curse were, none shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall say to you, never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror. Been searching for the right spoon for years, right? The curses can be tricky. Key to this one just might be that you can't eat with your own spoon. That's why we've swapped. This isn't right. I missed something? Listen, gonna stand up real slow. Gotta search the house again. Sit tight, I'll be right back. Calm down.
Так, а що не так?
Damn it. Didn't that vile stuff for nothing. Got the brew for Regis at least. Can't do anything for the white though, except cut it down.
Я типу піду за нею. І питання, що я провтикав. Ну, типу, тут вона не може наситити себе своєю ложкою. Типу, ми їй дали ложку, вона має наситити себе, типу, моєю ложкою, має зняти. Ну, або варіант їсти без ложки ще був.
Seems I'll have to kill the white in its own junk heap.
Я не хочу його вбивати.
Damn, you're ugly.
Шкода. Ну, ми намагалися, ладно. Питання, можна було зняти це прокляття? Я просто вибрав неправильний варіант. Чи ми тут у будь-якому випадку вбиваємо його? Чи її? Можна було? Ну тоді, типу, треба було обирати, напевно, варіант, що їсти без ложок. Хоча вони намагалися їсти без ложок. Без ложок, да? Ну що ж, я обрав неправильно. А як ми тоді отримали б слину цієї штуки? Що, вона нам, типу, перед зняттям прокляття у баночку зсідила би, чи що?
Dressing, bandages.
Yes, like you drunk.
Ще, до речі, трофей з неї дає цікаво. Досвід. Коняка не влучила у піксель.
Think your friend's hand will make for a nice broth?
You've clearly honed your sense of humor. But we are not cannibals, Geralt. I took a fragment of tissue from the hand. It will suffice to prepare some resonance.
What did you do with the rest?
I cremated it, as our codex commands. A raven told me you'd acquired the necessary ingredient.
Pretty helpful creatures. Call on them often?
I try not to overdo it, but they can be so useful, as they were now, when I merely needed to be sure I could arrive in time should things go sour.
Managed fine alone, but thanks for the thought. Gonna need much longer to finish brewing resonance? Mentioned a last ingredient, too. What about that?
That, I fear, might prove troublesome. You see, to use the concoction to summon the memories of one, the solution must contain the blood of another specimen of the same species.
Shouldn't be a problem. I happen to know a higher vampire who should be willing to help. Right, Regis?
It's not that simple, I'm afraid. While you were away, I tried my damnedest to identify a replacement, but alas, none such exists.
Not sure I understand what the problem is. Can't we just draw some of your blood?
The blood must be in an agitated state. As I'm certain you know, higher vampires can change their corporeal shell. As our flesh changes, so does our blood's chemical composition. To make a long story short, I shall need to induce in myself a state of strong psychokinetic arousal. In brief, madness, rabidity. And that stands to be very, very dangerous.
All right, so what do you want to do?
We shall visit Mudna, an ancient vampire estate. There we will find cages suspended in the air. I will enter one, be confined. You will lure beasts there. Beasts you will then kill. The bloodletting should prove profuse. Abundant enough so that the blood scent will drive me mad. Wild.
Ну, давайте пішли.
Teshamudna.
Не сподіваюся, що це швидко.
It is a place of torment, a torture chamber. Long ago, shortly after we'd arrived in this world, one among us named Kagmar developed such a taste and lust for human blood that in one night he could imbibe an entire village. This brought trouble on the entire species. Common folk wearied quickly of living in constant fear. They began to hunt us, seek the aid of mages and witches in tracking us down.
So what? Not like they could ever hope to kill you.
But they were bothersome. Forgive the comparison, but when did you last enjoy mosquitoes buzzing around your head? In any case, the other vampires decided something had to be done. Kagmar had to be caught and punished. A torture chamber was thus outfitted in the dungeons of Mudna. Inside it, a cage made entirely of a special alloy of silver, dalvinite, and meteorite steel. Kagmar was captured and locked in the cage. Sat there over 2 centuries, driven to fury time after time, never able to escape. Thus I know the cage will withstand the fury to which we shall drive my humble being.
Цікаво. Це вони що, хочуть з нього кров взяти, чи що?
Teshamudna. Take me there.
In a moment. Just one last thing.
What was that?
Blood. Oh, the last favor the Raven did me. I've also taken some sancurium, a solution that sharpens one's sense of smell. One drop of blood shall smell like a gallon to me now.
You crazy? You're a recovering addict.
Your outrage warms my heart, Geralt. But you must remain calm. I have no choice. As things stand, the die is cast. High time we set off for Tesh and Mutna. My head's spinning already, and you're starting to smell quite tasty.
And you're starting to scare me.
Симпатична місцинка. Що нам тут робити треба?
We have arrived. The sacrificial chamber of torture and torment lies underground.
You lead.
Опачки, трупик. Виглядає, наче його тут не має бути.
Scurvers must be getting close to their feeding ground.
Correct. I told you there'd be danger.
А, от шамутні якісь вампіри живуть. Це не просто в'язниця.
Beyond this wall lies
An ancient vampire dungeon. Seen a lot of things in my time. Nothing quite like this, though.
I feel honored. A man with such a wealth of experience, yet I'm about to show him something new. Now, to open it.
How the hell?
It's an ancient form of protection against unwanted guests. The mechanism which releases the latch reacts only to a higher vampire's blood.
Tricky mechanisms, a vampire hideout. Fortified, secured. Must have been important to your species once, Toussaint.
It shall always be so. During the conjunction, the gate from our well into this one opened upon this land and no other.
Цікаво. Це важкий обладунок.
This was the first place we saw.
Для тих, хто грає через важкі обладунки, це взагалі круте місце.
This place. There's evil here. Death hangs in the air.
Yes. Great many beings have breathed their last here.
Cells? Who for?
Disgraceful. Excruciatingly so, this particular page from our history. I'd rather not summon the demons of the past if it's all right with you.
Charming place. But what are all those cages for? Mentioned one vampire being kept here.
Yes, well, you see, humanitarians is something my ancestors were not. They concluded Kagmar would best be punished if he were tormented with the scent of blood he could not taste. Thus, they also kept humans here. Humans whose blood they slowly let. Kagmar ranted and raged in pain as those humans slowly bled to death.
They treated them like livestock. Live bait.
I'd like to be able to turn back time, deny it, but alas, I can do neither. Feel shame for my brethren. That is all I can do.
Don't take it so hard. Nothing you could have done about it. Let's get to work.
Well, that was awkward. Fine. I prepared the bait. Please be so kind and place it, ideally at the tunnel entrances. Scent will spread most effectively then. Place the bait at the tunnel entrances. Monsters will catch its scent more quickly.
When I think how these tunnels got here, send shivers.
It was the natural order of things. The place reeked of death and it attracted necrophages.
То куди я тут маю її покласти?
Three done. One left. Think this'll work?
I certainly hope so. The meat stench is so thick, I wager it carries clear to Novigrad.
Bait set. What now?
I shall enter the cage. You must chain me inside. The bars are made of an alloy that will prevent me from transforming into mist.
А, він типу у вищого вампіра хоче перетворитися.
I shall be in great pain. My sole thought being to stop that pain. I cannot know what I will do. We must hurry. The beasts have caught the scent across my head. I started spinning.
That the blood?
Так вищується.
Someone who's never experienced
Ну щось іще більше він хоче перетворитись.
true meaning of thirst.
В тру форму.
Maybe we need a safe word. You know, something you'll say when you can't take it anymore.
And what did you do once I uttered it?
Don't know. Calm you down. Somehow.
Нормально.
Please, girl. You won't be able to. We must forge through this, that is all.
I just smelled the blood.
Моя улюблена невидима стіна. Ух ти. Я таке не пам'ятаю. Так, ну ті там хай стоять.
That smell.
Я ж сподіваюсь, вони скажу, що вони забагалися і ми не можемо через це пройти далі. Ахуєть. О, розбагались.
Growth. I shall overcome.
Good, because I can hear more coming.
А де, у який момент у мене спрацювала ця друге життя, я щось не помітив. Ну, типу, я розраховував, що в мене друге життя є. В який момент воно у мене спрацьовувало?
Bait set. What now?
Треба було. Да, у мене була випина ластівка уже. Я ж кажу, я розраховував на друге життя. Я хотів собі фул хп зробити.
And what would you do once I uttered it?
Але я типу не зрозумів прикола, коли воно використалось до цього.
Please, no. You won't be able to.
А, блядь.
We must forge through this, that is all.
We just smelled the blood.
Оцей куток ще баганий, типу, бісить.
Hanging in there.
With Grove. I shall overcome.
Good, because I can hear more coming.
Що? Да, і було, коротше, легше, коли вони за банком стояли. Тут треба одного з цих двох перемогти. Ну от знову, в мене не має бути друге життя. Ось є друге життя. Я просто минулого разу тоді не помітив, коли воно використалось. А тепер що? Тепер треба тільки, щоб він повернувся назад у форму потрібно? Ну, звичайно.
A little longer. Blood'll dry in a few hours. Scent won't bother you. Get you out of here.
The concoction.
You can't finish it in this state. Tell me how. I'll help you. Any better?
Far from ideal. And some time must pass before I fully recover. But yes, a bit better, thank you.
Resonance. It's ready.
Are you certain you followed the formula? The proportions were exact, the brewing time precise. This is important, Geralt. The slightest deviation could cost even a witcher dearly.
Relax. Got some experience brewing potions.
Very well. In that case, let's begin.
Типу випили вже його.
Excuse me. Actually, let me take a moment.
You jumped the queue, sir.
But Count, sir, you must understand. I've a meeting.
Sir,
Count,
you were next. Please, take a seat. This gentleman was here first. Step down or you shall regret it.
Ah, fails to realize he was your friend, Count.
Це спогади, чи це те, що він робить зараз? Не зовсім розумію.
It was then I ordered him to give up his seat and step off the stand. If only you'd seen his face. We got him good, didn't we, Detlef? And then Mother insisted we buy the mill. Curious, eh? But at least I've a yarn to spin for friends and associates.
Forgive me.
What?
В чому прикол? А, це як він їх вбивав.
Awake at last. You ride like a squirrel caught in a snare. I'd begun to fear they were death throes, that you'd departed.
Sure wasn't pleasant, but it worked.
What did you see?
Delacroix. His death did not come easy. Seems Detlef had made friends with him. Still killed him, and chopped up his corpse. And he was overcome with fury, remorse. Cut off the hand that had committed the murder.
Interesting. And entirely unlike the Detlef I know. See anything else?
Saw a moment. Delacroix did something selfless. Was kind to Detlef. Guess it could have been the start of their friendship.
Why the uncertainty?
Nothing extraordinary about it. Normal, everyday situation, really. Visions were supposed to issue from strong emotions.
Clearly the situation provoked such emotions in Detlef. Keep in mind, he did later murder Delacroix. Killing someone who's grown dear to us, it's bound to elicit strong emotion. Vampires are no different in that regard. Did you see anything else?
There was something. Showed up twice in the vision. A bootblack stand. Detlef first met Delacroix there. Went back after the murder, actually.
Peculiar.
Stand was somewhere in the port district. And the bootblack acted as if he knew Detlef.
That would be even odder. Perhaps we should have a chat with the lad. though I would expect no breakthroughs.
It's our only lead. I'll go talk to him. Coming with?
I shall join you later if it's no trouble. I don't yet feel strong enough to venture out.
That's fair. Rest up. Be back as soon as I learn anything.
Так, і... Ох, треба йти балакати з Детлафом. Качаємо скіли, щоб вони не висіли. Так. Чесно кажучи, ну не чесно, а так. Короче, на сьогодні все. Ще один квестик і все. Я закінчив весь кров та вино. Та ні, ну це виглядає як наїбалово. Тому... А, мої слова. Ні, це все. На сьогодні все. Дякую всім, хто дивився. Продовжимо кров та вино завтра. Десь у такий же час. Все, всім гарного вечора. Незабаром ще побачимось.